This is just complete madness, to say the least. You're looking at XLM price just skyrocketing at this point. Today is, of course, Sunday, July the 13th, and yet we're seeing XLM continuing to thrive. We have seen Bitcoin hitting a new all time high today, and that's giving XLM even more steam. And we're going to sit together and analyze, and I'm going to show you some key details we need to keep in mind as we are going into a brand new week. Looking at the price of XLM, it's pushing up to 50 cents. We're up 23.5% in USD and also up 22% in Bitcoin comparative. Look at the market valuation. $15.1 billion in the 24-hour trading volume is that key. Yes, it's that key level to be paying attention to. $3.3 billion. We're not just making this up. This is right in front of us. Let's just go backtrack. If you're looking at just 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, we were not even close to this much trading volume for XLM. And this is showing you the amount of bullish momentum that we really are witnessing right in front of us. If we're looking across the board right now, you guys can see, Sunday still double-digit gainers across the board. HBAR obviously up 25.3%. Algorand, XLM, XDC, IOTA. Remember the correlation between these projects. We've spoken about this quite some time. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer for you guys. Anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So if you're looking at the dominance index today, of course, you can see this for yourself, 65.56%. So still not showing as much strength as you would expect, especially, as Bitcoin reached yet again a new all-time high. I haven't, adjusted the Fibonacci retracement level because I just want to see where Bitcoin ends up closing the daily candle today. But Bitcoin is pretty much in price discovery mode. Remember, price discovery mode is where there's no resistance, there's no support. Price can go up as high as possible depending on the volume. Of course, do not expect BTC to go up to $200,000 overnight. That's not going to happen. But gradual increases is what you want to see. And the fact that we're about to approach $120,000 Bitcoin price is astonishing. If you're looking at XLM, speaking about astonishing, this is what you call astonishing. We're about to see one of the largest daily candle close in months. Since the beginning of the year. We're talking about 7 months, 6 to 7 months since the price was around these levels. Let's actually zoom out and take a look at the weekly time frame of XLM. So you can see this for yourself right in front of us. XLM is retesting key ranges that we haven't seen since the beginning of the year. Most importantly, if this is able to break out, again, this resistance dates back to 2018. That's how important it is. And we actually did briefly go above that range. Again, the volume speaks for itself. But if we're able to push out of that range, guys, guess what? This pretty much opens the door for us to push towards that yearly high that I wouldn't even say the yearly high. I would say 2024 high, which of course was around 63 cents. What's really, really interesting right now for XLM, which a lot of people are ignoring, is your boy Crypto ZX was targeting that 51 cents key range, and we're starting to see that level really showing out. But now I want you guys to take a look at it on the hourly perspective. So remember this, I drew this out for you guys. We're going to get rid of this because look, I spoke about this specific push, and we actually did see that push. You can clearly see this for yourself. We saw a retracement, and you can see down to 41 cents. Since then, we have seen an additional 20% increase for XLM. The significant bullish momentum that XLM is showing right now is astonishing, and I think we could actually push towards even all-time highs after you start breaking towards some of these levels. Remember, all-time high for XLM, if you want to know, is at 87.56 cents. And again, if you want to put that into perspective, let's actually take a look at it. We have not seen the all-time high retested since 2017 all-time high. Let that sink in. So obviously that would be quite something, and that would require XLM to re-enter the price discovery mode. And if you want to put this into perspective, that itself is a move of about 94%. So it's still a large move, but in a grand scheme of things right now, a 15.1 billion valuation is pretty much nothing in terms of the momentum that we're seeing. The shift that we're seeing right now is from the big shift from the big whales, and these are institutions, big clientele that are coming on board, and of course, if that really is the case, I don't think this is an unheard of price prediction. So I am personally projecting, obviously, one step at a time. You want to see the daily candle closing exactly where it is, where we currently are sitting. If XLM closes this daily candle, I'm projecting we are going to start targeting the level we were in November, and after that, the rest is history. That would be quite something. That would bring more and more eyes to it. Yes, no one really knows where the price is going to stop. Obviously, we can make educated guesses against BTC, and obviously, if we do see indexes launching, which of course we are starting to see more and more conversations about, and if indeed it does come out to be true that there is some sort of a rule where US based projects get some sort of an incentive in terms of taxes, I think that would just completely change the entire landscape for projects like XLM. Remember, real world use case, these are the projects that are going to thrive in the long term because they've been building year in, year out over the last few years and almost a decade, to be quite frank with you. So what you want to be doing in these times is have that exit strategy. I'll say this in every single update of mine. If you have not made an exit strategy for yourself, make sure you do that, because times like this, you don't really know where you're locking in profit. So because your mind can get the best of you, you get greedy, and you don't want to be doing that. That's the last thing you want to do. Lock those profits in when you see that. But just a continuous reminder to anyone that was not paying attention to XLM, which not a lot of people were. Let's just face it, not a lot of people were paying attention to XLM. Just the beginning of this month, you could have got an XLM 22 cents, and we're looking at an increase of about 123.9%, which is insane to think of. And the 24-hour trading volume is what I'm keeping an eye out on. Let me know down below what you guys think. Subscribe if you have not done so already. Have a great weekend. We'll see you later. Been Crypto ZX, and peace out.